Oh,
Welcome everybody to Cult of Corners. Sorry, not Cult of Corners. Cult of Collectors, presented by Raging Media.
Yeah.
And you got me, Charlie Rage. You've got John. That's on this side of me. And then we've got Steel's Raised 4Ks below us, Jody. Yep. So how is everybody doing?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Awesome. I know before we got started, we were talking about a lot of stuff already. So if we want to recap on anything, go ahead and feel free to say anything, of course.
We all hate movies. No, that's not.
So, do you keep record of how many movies you actually own?
Yes, I have an app that I scan the barcode every time I get one, and it keeps track for me.
And how many are you up to?
I believe the app says, well, because it does barcodes. That's the one thing I always kind of differentiate when I talk to people about it. I think I got like almost 2,000, but like it'll count like a box set that has like 4 or 5 movies as one barcode. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard to say. But so I've just right now I've just been saying probably 2,000 plus.
Damn.
Yeah,
I mean, I have 2 media towers and 1 entertainment center that has stuff in it.
Yeah, I got to stop. This is becoming a problem.
I think for any movie collector, it's a problem.
It's a problem. I mean, I think I started with like a 5 foot by 5 foot tower is where I started, and now I've got I got like a 2 6-footers and a 4-footer. Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah. Well, just to point it out to everybody that this is our first new live stream that we're doing. Both John and Jody will be co-hosts whenever we do these episodes. Just want to make that clear so people understand that it's not just only an interview for you, and that you are a part of the, show itself.
I've accomplished something.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm sure from time to time, not everybody will always be able to be here because sometimes scheduling conflicts, whatever can happen. So, but we will do our best. At least one of us will always be on, which I believe John will be number 1.
He knows how to work all this, so yes.
Yes, he does. So we got to give John the credit for having the background, having the StreamYard for us to be able to use. So we thank you, John.
Yeah,
indeed.
Thank you.
No problem. But anyway,
sorry, at the first there, I kind of missed your conversation. I had my Facebook page went down. I don't know. It doesn't want to stream over there. I don't know what's going on. It's as long as we get the YouTube. After we're done, right now you were asking me about wanting to save the have us be able to put it on your page. You'll just have to share it to your page because I don't have capability to actually save the stream. To download it because you have to pay for that. I pay for it, but I pay for the middle tier, which is $20 a month. You got to pay like $40 a month for the pro tier.
Oh shit! So I didn't know how it worked. So
yeah,
somehow.
I mean,
so it'll automatically save to my YouTube account, but then you'll just have to go over there.
Just share the video after it's saved onto the account. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on your page. You can both put it on your pages. I guess you get individual likes for that. I don't know how it works. I'm fairly new at it all too, so
it's all good.
Yeah.
I got a cat that's being a jerk. Hey, trying to claw my bed.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not yours. No, not yours.
So a question for both of you guys. What kind of got you guys into physical media and kind of when did you guys start collecting?
For me, I was always into movies and collecting. It was just, I was more stupid with it because I wasn't being careful with my movies. So that's probably why my collection isn't as big as it would have been already. I would have still had VHS. I would have still had DVDs, and then of course so on and so on, kind of like how the movie buff pains have their stuff. Like they didn't get rid of it, they just embraced it and themed their rooms. Like one room's VHS, one room's this, one room's that, basically. And for me, I only started getting really more serious in 2013, honestly. And that's why now I have 2 media towers and the entertainment center full. And otherwise, I would have had a bigger collection. I really would have.
I started. I guess I got kind of obsessive with movies when I was younger. We used to stay at my grandparents' house a lot, and they literally, you could jump their fence in their backyard, and there was a video store back there.
Yeah.
So I used to go rent a crap ton of movies, and I remember discovering that you couldn't just there wasn't a lot of movies you could just go buy on VHS, and if you asked the video people, "Hey, can you get me this movie?" It was like stupid money for them to just order one specifically for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all ever had that experience.
Yeah.
Wait, which?
I like the one that sticks out in my head is The New Nightmare.
Okay.
You couldn't buy it, and I was like, can you just get me this? And they're like, yeah, it'd be like $90-something. I was like,
oh my God, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
because they're like, you got to pay that late fee shit, you know?
Dude, it's ridiculous. And then so of course the VHS grew into DVDs. DVDs grew into Blu-rays. I had a pretty big collection like 2008ish, but when all this shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And I had to sell a lot of that off. But then I really started getting back into it probably like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
And that's about 2016 or 2017, I think, is when I started Stills Raising 4Ks. Just to kind of share things, just to kind of share what I have. And I wasn't expecting so many people to be interested. So
well, you've definitely accomplished quite a bit with your Instagram, though, because I mean, you're able to be one of those people that can get review copies of movies if you wanted to. You know, I mean, not all of us, of course, are fortunate to get that. Kind of like Films at Home, he gets those. Wet Movie One, he gets them, and I think Cool Duder, which is John C, I think his name, or Sean Z, whatever it is, but
right.
Phillips, yeah, Sean Phillips.
Yeah.
When he first, not just to interrupt you for just a second.
Oh no, that's fine. Go ahead. I gotta let my freaking cat out.
When he first said his name the first time I watched him, I thought he told him his name was Chauncey Phillips, like
Chauncey.
with the CH.
I know it was.
Chauncey.
Yeah, I always got thrown off that. Yeah,
because he says it real fast. I thought he says Chauncey Phillips.
I thought it said Chauncey. Chauncey.
Yeah.
But now I just know him as Cool Duder. I asked him if he wanted to try to do a video with me, like for my channel, and he says he doesn't really do that kind of stuff. And even though he does live videos of his own, but I've seen him do things, so it was kind of weird for him to say that.
Yeah,
he just didn't have the time, man.
He could have just said that, and I would have been fine.
He's too big. He's just too big for us all. Yeah.
Oh, nothing bugs me more is people who are hypocrites when it comes to stuff like this.
No.
I got one in mind. I won't name him out because I think he knows who he is.
Have you ever talked to Wet Movie One about doing one? You have done one with him, haven't you? I'm sorry, I've done
a Skype with him. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently he didn't know how to work Zoom, so we had to use Skype because that's what his main source was to begin with. So he wasn't used to Zoom. And with the way that worked, it was just me and him. And if you look really close, like in the little top, like right above him and I, that's Ben, my friend. And you can't tell because it's just hit us too, right here, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why you don't hear Ben talk, because he knew how the layout looked and he was just like, I'll just keep my mouth shut and you guys talk, you know, kind of thing. That's why you won't hear him until like maybe towards the end, like, nope, I'm good, just like that.
Yeah, when we did our interview, he didn't talk very much.
Yeah. I try to get him engaged more. I guess it's one of those, like, if he's not familiar with your stuff, he doesn't talk. Now, I did the interview with the Nelms brothers who did the movie Fat Man with Mel Gibson. So I did do an interview with them, but the thing is that he thinks he might have accidentally deleted the actual video, like recording it. And he tried to recover it, and the way he recovered recovered like maybe 30 seconds worth. And he's trying to find a way to save it because it went really well. He actually was more involved because these guys got to work with Mel Gibson, you know, and
Right, yeah.
who doesn't know Mel Gibson? So he was excited about that. So he was actually able to interact with that. And I feel bad that he didn't get to really interact so much with you. He should have, because he's supposed to be a co-host, you know.
Well, I think he chimed in at points. I think he chimed in when we started talking about like Fly the Navigator, I think it was, or
Labyrinth.
Last Starfighter. I think he chimed in on.
Yes, he did, I think.
Yeah. No, it was
yeah,
cool.
But he wasn't that talkative. There's only been like maybe 2 to 3 that he's been the most talkative on.
That's all right.
I've noticed that. And it's nothing against you guys. I don't think it's anything against you guys. It's just if he's, you know, trying to help me, like, say, record the video, but he has no idea who I'm personally talking with, then he feels kind of like that awkward man out. That's what I think. I could be wrong.
Nah, it's cool.
Anyway, moving along. Is anybody here fans of Doctor Who?
I know I should be, but I'm not. I never got into it.
It's funny. I gave it shit for a long time, and then I actually watched it kind of backwards, so to speak. I watched it with the new Doctor now, the girl, same name as you, Jodie. But she's the current Doctor right now. I started with her, and she got me to like Doctor Who, that specific Doctor. And then I started from the new Who, which was Chris, and then so on, David Tennant and Matt Smith and Capaldi. And now I'm all caught up on those. I actually enjoy it now, because before I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
And now I actually enjoy it. So it might be one of those for you too. Maybe you got to find a specific Doctor to get into.
I mean, what's it? Is it like what was that old show? Sliders? Is it like Sliders?
Kinda. Sliders meets Quantum Leap meets Stargate meets all of it. You know, it's just one wacky BBC, you know, sci-fi dramedy, so to speak.
Yeah. I love Sliders, and I freaking love Quantum Leap. So
I love Quantum Leap too.
I know if I get into it, I'll be into it. I just haven't had the time, I guess. I don't know. There's just so much to watch.
There is so much to watch, and it's hard because I like watching videos on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I'm going to go watch this movie, and then like 3 hours later, you're still on that one video you were watching from earlier.
Yeah, I was kind of silent on it. I haven't watched a whole lot. I watched maybe a couple of seasons, some of the not the early stuff, but like the revamp when it first started coming out. Maybe who was the first Doctor when they revamped it?
That's Chris.
Yeah.
That would be Chris. That's where I started. Well, that was who I had restarted from because I already watched Jodie. And watching from Chris and on up to Capaldi, because Capaldi's the one that's before Jodie's Doctor. And they regenerate like each 2 to 3 seasons. So it's always a different Doctor each, you know, generation, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't watch Nerdrotic then, because he does not like the new Doctor Who at all.
Some people actually not everybody has to like it.
He also does a podcast with a British guy called Heels versus Babyface, and they do a podcast. Well, they do a live stream called The Real BBC, and they pretty much hammer on it week after week.
Yeah. Did you guys watch The Conjuring yet? The third one?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Is it
John?
good?
No. Well, I saw it. I haven't done a review video on it, so of course nobody knows that I've seen it. Entertainable, very predictable, because if you already know the story, it's very predictable. But still entertaining visual.
Yeah.
You know, I would say the first 2 were way better.
Oh, okay.
Yes, definitely. Especially the first one. The first one I would have to say is my definite favorite.
Yeah, I remember seeing the first one. That screwed me up, man.
That shit freaked me out too.
There was some
it did.
That. And I saw it with like a packed movie theater. So that made it even better. Because there were people in there just going nuts. Like, look out.
Now, I don't know if you guys cry at movies, but I do.
Cry?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, real men don't cry. Haven't you heard?
Oh, shut up.
Mom.
Real men do cry.
This is live, man.
That's- You can have tears of pride.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, the reason why I say that is because the part in The Conjuring when Lauren's grabbing her head and saying, remember your children, remember your family, fight it, keep fighting, you know, that touched me. I like kind of sappy stuff at times. I really do, especially if it's one of those that's heartfelt, empathy, sympathy, feeling, you know,
Yeah.
like don't let the negativity consume you, so to speak.
Especially maybe like a based on a true story thing, something that really affected
Some of it
somebody's
embellished,
life,
but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the last
Sometimes.
movie you guys cried in? Let's get it out there. What's the last movie?
Last movie I
I
cried
don't
to.
cry, but sometimes they emotionally affect me. I don't cry though.
Oh, you
if,
can
like,
be touched and not cried. That's different.
You know,
Even if I thought about it like days later, you're like, oh shit.
I'm
that
trying to
shit got
think,
me.
what did I see last that kind of gave me teary-eyed? Oh,
That's your
Made in
question.
America with Whoopi Goldberg, Ted Danson.
What's sad about that movie?
That she finds out that it's not his dad, it's not her dad. After all, remember?
But it's Ted Danson, so I mean.
Yeah, but he stayed at the end, so there's both happy and sad tears at the same time, all right?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's where empathy comes in.
Okay, you got me. Dang.
Well, what was yours? Or do you not do that?
This will show you how long it's been.
Okay.
Forrest Gump.
Really?
There's two scenes that got me way back in the day, and one of them.
Mama dying?
Do what?
Was it Mama dying?
No.
Oh. That made my son cry.
The two scenes there's two scenes that got me. One scene can kind of still get me sometimes if I'm not careful. But him going to Jenny's grave.
Okay.
Got me then. Well, the one that can still get me now is when he first is introduced to his son.
Oh, yeah.
And he barely gets out. Is he smart or is he? And then he starts choking up.
Yeah.
I'm like, Tom Hanks, you son of a bitch.
I know.
Every time.
Yeah. No, I like Tom Hanks. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
I think the only time that I think in a movie that I think he kind of oversold on emotion was The Green Mile.
Really? Which part?
The part where he grabbed his hand to show him who actually killed those girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And that whole crying pain scene, it just, that to me wasn't a selling point. Usually he does really good. For that specific scene, I felt like he didn't capture it at that time. So I don't know who did the editing, but they did not grab the right one.
Yeah. I remember watching that movie and being invested, and then them cutting back to, who the prisoner of the story is about with the powers. And I was like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy's in this movie. I forgot we were doing that story too.
Oh yeah. Ving Rhames, I think, is the actor's name, the big guy.
Yeah, they focused so long on what was going on with everybody else. I forgot about his story. I said, okay. But I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great film. That's one of those movies, if it's on TV, I'm stopping.
No, it's funny. Yeah, that's a movie I would definitely would watch anytime it comes on. It's a beautiful movie. It's a sad movie. It's an up and down movie.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it, because it makes you go, oh, like, because if you don't know the book, and you see the movie for the first time, you're going to go through a roller coaster of emotions kind of thing. Yeah. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be happy. You're going to be angry. There's a lot of it.
This is something I found recently, though, at
Green
a Dollar
Mile.
General.
Dude,
Sorry,
Dollar General.
Dollar General's been getting some movies.
This is a steel book.
Yes.
It's a thin steel book, though.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know if it's technically a steel book, but it's called a Diamond Lux edition.
I know of those.
I've never seen one before.
I haven't hold one, but I do know of them.
I was at my local one the other day, and they had the steelbook for Superman Returns.
Really?
I was like, I was looking for that for years, and
did you get it?
No, because I had a custom one made like a year ago.
Oh shit!
So I said,
but you still could have gotten it, right?
I mean, I could have gotten it, but that's not one of the movies I need multiple copies of. It's fine.
Okay. But if it was a certain one you were looking for,
oh yeah, for sure. But they've got my attention now. When I'm there, I'm over looking at the movie.
That means I got to start going over there more now.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Like even Dollar Tree, or do you guys have Family Dollar?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That they carry movies.
Yeah, but they don't. At least the ones around here, they couple times I've went in there, they pretty much have them marked at full price. They don't have any deals. Not like, Dollar General's, they're $3 to $5, and sometimes Dollar General you'll find a weird DVD that'll be marked up at a really high price for some weird reason,
Mm-hmm.
But the Blu-rays and stuff are usually always $5 or unless it's a set. Now, see, that's what's funny. I bought the Green Mile just a while back in the set. They have a set with that director. I can't remember. I never can remember. It's Frank DeBarro. What? I can't remember his name.
It's all good. I don't even know that.
But he's the guy that directed the Green Mile. But it's a set of all the 3 movies he made. But I rebought that because that's such an unusual steelbook.
The question is, the person who directed Green Mile, did he direct, say, Shawshank Redemption? Because it seems like they're pretty close in the cinematography.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that seems like that type of style almost.
Frank Darabont, I think that's his name. Yeah. Yeah, Frank Darabont.
Jody, would you say you're more up to date on pop culture kind of stuff, or are you more behind the scenes, kind of like John, where writers, directors, stuff like that, names?
I wish I did. No, I don't know the names. I mean, I might have a handful in my back pocket, but I wish I could just round off like, oh yeah, so and so composed that.
Like if I said who directed Jaws, you would know who that is, right?
I would hope so. Yeah.
Well, who is it?
Look at
that was a Frank Darabont.
Oh, he did that Jim Carrey film.
Yeah, The Majestic.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that.
I don't know. I'm getting a bad reflection today. I apologize. But I got too much light.
It's your computer screen.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I run it and it's not as bad, but I've got both screens they're both white right now. So I'm getting a ton of white. So I'm wide and everything. But this was also a Dollar General find for $10. Now this was a good deal. This was a pretty good deal at $10 there because it's about a $20 on Amazon. So
nice.
And but I got a Frank Sinatra set nice. A while back. It was $20, but you can get it on Amazon for $20. So I just picked it up because it was a oddity at finding a Frank Sinatra box set at Dollar General. It was weird.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Frank Sinatra because me, who's a big metalhead, rock music kind of person. Now, don't get me wrong. I love all music. But what I say that I listen to mainly is your rock and metal music. But with other music, I do listen to Frank Sinatra. I listen to Tony Bennett. I listen to Elvis. I listen to like the Beatles, like Whitesnake from the 80s, Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith. Like I even like cultural music, like Celtic music. Love it. I like especially Celtic music.
I'm not a. Oh yeah, well, I'm not a massive metal fan, but I mean I do like some metal, Megadeth and stuff like that.
Metallica.
And I don't get into death metal and stuff like that. I don't.
Well, I'm not a big death metal person. I'm just more people that use metal to a good advantage. Like example, Five Finger Death Punch. They sing, but yet they add metal with it too. Yeah. Kind of like Slipknot. They sing, but they add metal elements to it.
Well, I like good singers. I like almost like metal singers that have that operatic kind of singing potential,
Well, Ivan Moody, really he's kind of got that.
Yeah.
I think he has that kind of ability.
Because I like, what I like the most is more like the Beach Boys and
I like Beach
Boys.
Power
pop, but I like big like vocals, like really great vocals.
Mhm. Oh, I love
That's
great vocals.
EL,
One of my
ELO and stuff like that. I like prog
oh yeah,
rock, things like that. Yeah.
my favorite vocalist is Ivan Moody, but my other two favorite vocalists are Corey Taylor of Slipknot and Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. Like no joke. At least out of metal. At least out of metal, I would say they're my top three. Now, if I had to go like of all time, that I'd have to think about.
Yeah.
That'd be a hard one, if anything. I could tell you my favorite movie of all time, but favorite singer of all time, that would take some time for me to actually think about. I don't know if Jody has a favorite movie of all time, but
Oh Jesus!
and I'm sure you're asked that all the time too.
I hate that question so much. It's just too damn hard. Because there's like a top 10 of just movies that have, you know, they mean a lot to me just because of where what like my age when I saw it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
I'm like that too.
Yeah. So a number one movie that tops everything, I don't even know.
Basically, name just one title that you know if it came on, you wouldn't turn it off.
Goonies.
Think of it like that.
Goonies.
Goonies. There you go.
Goonies.
I wouldn't turn off Goonies either. I think any classic 80s movie I wouldn't turn off.
That's when they were the best.
Yes, I agree. Like even the
argue.
1990s Ninja Turtles movie was like the best
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Like when Michael Bay tried to do those, no, I'm sorry.
No.
I could not get into them.
And I haven't.
I like this. I liked Out of the Shadows because they like did a good job of bringing back the cartoon, and that it had a lot of references to the cartoon.
Well, I get
Saying
that.
it's overall a great movie, probably not, but they had. But as far as trying to kind of emulate the cartoon, the second movie was almost like it was made
It
by a
did
different
better
person.
on that. Yes, I'll give you that. Yeah, because the
It
90s, I was expecting Krang. I was expecting, Bebop and Rocksteady, but we didn't get them. And I was a little disappointed, of course, as a kid. Like, well, how come they weren't in the movie? And me being a kid, I didn't realize about the comic books. So when I heard it was more towards the comic books, then I was like, okay, now I understand. Because they were trying to go for that grittier, darker, grimmer, atmosphere of the Ninja Turtles than, say, the boldly cartoon.
Yeah. What's coming? Who announced something was coming?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Do we know anything? Is it live action? What is it?
It's good. No, it's not going to be a live action. It's going to be one of those CGI type of movies where it's probably going to be mostly like motion capture, kind of like Andy Serkis does with his movies.
Yeah.
That's from what I understand. Nickelodeon is in going to be the studio, of course, that gives him the rights to do it. But I don't know if they're going to go grim or if they're going to keep it like kind of light for families to be able to see too.
With Nickelodeon, I'd be shocked if Nickelodeon gave a green light on a Dark Turtles movie.
I would love to see a Dark Ninja Turtle movie again.
Heck yeah! If they'd give the rights to like a streaming service, that would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be amazing! Like, yeah, Nickelodeon license it to like either Hulu, Netflix, Prime, or even HBO Max. Give it to HBO Max.
Yeah, they need content. So
they do need content. I mean, hell, Disney Plus is like trying to shit all these shows out, kind of thing, and HBO Max is kind of a little behind on it. They are.
Well, they could have had something, but they decided to get everybody in with Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
And they're like, ha, we got you.
Well, did you watch Godzilla vs. Kong?
I have not watched that yet because I'm waiting. My son wants to watch it with me.
Oh,
okay. We keep not having the time. So hopefully once I have it this coming Tuesday, we can just do it whenever here at the house. I wanted to go see it in the theater, but that was hard playing with him.
What kind of equipment do you have for like your watching movies?
Right now I got a 65-inch Sharp, which is not the best. It was a bedroom TV at my last house. Now it's up in the movie room. But I've got Denon receiver with Mirage towers and center and surrounds and a 12-inch subwoofer. Yeah.
I have a standard Hisense 55-inch from like maybe 6 years ago now.
Yeah. Yeah, I need
like
to,
it still does a decent job, but it doesn't have Dolby Vision. It only has the HDR on it.
Yeah, we were at Best Buy, me and my wife, and I was trying to get her opinion. I was like, all right, 75 or 82 inch.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I love her. She was like, well, if we're going to do it, you might as well just do it. I said, I love you so much.
Oh,
so 82 it is. So eventually, hopefully those prices kind of come down a little bit.
do you ever go for the floor price models?
I've tried that one time. I had a bad experience.
Well, too bad you don't live where I live, because I told you about my experience with the OLED that I had purchased and then had to return because I kind of did it prematurely.
Yeah.
And, but that TV was amazing. And I mean amazing. It was an OLED.
Yeah, mine, the one
That's what I use. That's what I have.
Which is, I want to go that way, but I need the price. If I want to go as big as I want to go, I need the prices to come down. But
they're having deals right now. You might want to check in general. Maybe you can do a payment plan or something.
I had to look into one of those short throw laser.
Oh, I love those
projectors.
This might be the cheap way out, but here's one thing to suggest is Walmart, because they do sell 4K TVs that have Dolby Vision, have HDR, and you can find a 75-inch to maybe 80-inch for under $1,000.
Yeah, but I'm a brand bitch, and I like Samsung, and
I kind of am too. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I do try to consider the other options.
Yes,
I've got the LG. I like LG though. I'm a fan. It's OLED.
Yeah, I've had one LG in the past, and it was a really good TV.
I mean, that's technically what my TV is. It's an LG Hisense. I know.
Don't tell what kind of spy equipment's built into that from China, though.
Right? Yeah, I would love to get one for their laser projectors. Those look amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I got sick, I'm not sick, but I'm on dialysis. But before all that happened, I was looking into, before I kind of built this room in here, I was going to kind of make it have a TV and then have a projector so I could run the screen up in front of the projector.
Yeah.
And have both. But that didn't work out. And that's what I was going to do, is do one of the 4K short throw projectors. But it'd be pretty cool. But I like to have actually a bigger space. If I go projector, I want to go like 200 inch. I want to have a space big enough for a 200 inch, not just have a little small room. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, I can get better performance out of this TV I've got.
Oh yeah.
At a
it's
smaller
funny
distance,
because I told myself if I ever got rich, I would only have enough for my family, what my expenses are and stuff like that. And then if I'm to spoil myself with something, I want a theater room. Basically, I want just one room that's dedicated to my movies, my collection, and have a big screen, whether it be an IMAX size or whatever it may be, to my pleasing, of course, and then have the highest definition that would be available, of course.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah.
But and all the other money that I would have, I would either invest or I'd donate it, one or the other.
Yeah.
Well, because the crazy thing, the stuff, I look at, what I was looking at was probably a $2,000 or $3,000 projector, but in reality, when money's not when you have unlimited source of money, there's the high end stuff that nobody even thinks about that's available out there, like $100,000 projectors for your home, not for the theater. They make stuff that's in that price range for your home if you can afford that stuff. But that's
it wasn't. I used to do before I did what I did years and years and years ago. I used to do home install for theaters and stuff, like for theater rooms and audio, video, anything. I was doing houses that I had no business being in. That was when I was introduced to what a Macintosh speaker was. Those things are insane.
I've heard of them.
I was hanging 3-gun projectors that are multi-million-dollar projectors. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see some crazy houses. That was like probably the one fun part of the job, was just seeing all these crazy houses.
Do you watch a channel on YouTube called Spare Change?
Mm-mm.
He's basically a 4K reviewer. Like he talks about the audio, the visual. He talks how the movie was shot and how it was compressed, and he gives an overall like technical, in-depth review of the movies.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like Films at Home. It's kind of like his channel, but a little bit more professional setting, if anything, like professional background, professional lighting, professional everything. Because he's using a movie room to do his, actual reviews, like where he watches his movies, and he's got like the right lighting. It just looks way professional, and it's not a jab at Films at Home. I want to make that clear, just to make because that's not a jab at him, because he's got a good following, and I watch him. I watch his videos, so I enjoy them. I mean, he's just one of the few channels for like reviews that I watch. Now, I watch mid-level media. I do watch the Movie Buff Pains. And then I watch a girl named Ashley, but her Instagram is called Awkward Ashley. But if you were to find her channel, it's just Ashley Burton, but her Ashley name is Leigh. So I watch her for movie reactions.
Cool.
That she's never seen.
And
most of them you and I are fans of. Remember this.
I thought about doing that with my wife, because she's 11 years younger than me.
Really?
And she's a big book nerd.
Oh.
So she's
get her. Yeah.
There's so many movies that she's never seen. And I thought about just doing some sort of just like kind of a series sort of deal. Just
have her do the Harry Potter books first, if she hasn't done so yet, and
she's probably
like one book at a time and one movie at a time.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, or just giving her, she's never seen Goonies. She's never seen that. I'm like, I know her childhood must have been awful.
Well, luckily Ashley watched it, and you could see that.
Yeah, and like she never seen the Back to the Future trilogy. We've watched part 1 so far. There's all these movies because her family just wasn't into movies, and she got into books. So I was like, this needs to be a thing where I get your
genuine reaction,
genuine reaction to these films, and like do like a before and after. Maybe not like
exactly.
Maybe not an actual like see her watching the movie, but do a little short interview before we watch it, and then do an interview after we watch it, just to get to her review of these movies that I just think are the best. So.
Well, if you were to film her reaction, just take one specific scene out of the whole thing, as in the best reaction she gave for the movie.
Right.
Because in that way you're interviewing her, and then you're like, all right, here we go. And then you show that quick little, oh my God, or something, whatever it may be. I don't know how she is. But if she were to act like that, you capture that, and then the ending clip would be like, so what'd you think?
Yeah.
Reaction channels do good too.
They do.
Well, Ashley does really well. She's very animated with hers. She's not afraid to actually be herself on camera. Some people are still afraid to be themselves on camera, I've noticed, even when it's their own privacy home and stuff like that. But at the same time, you're thinking audience. I don't want to make myself look bad in front of an audience, but yet at the same time, you want to be authentic.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I try to be, but
I try
sometimes
to be.
I get kind of. I've always been kind of shy, but for some reason, this isn't too bad in doing this. I'm not too awful at making videos. I just do.
Well, let's just say there's this one guy here that doesn't do too many.
So I'm behind.
No, he has his own YouTube channel. It's just that he is busy most of the time, so it's hard for him to be able to, like, say, make it weekly or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
but
no, I need to just get a day and just like knock out 5 or 6 and then just kind of throw them out once a week for a while.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I know my next one I want to focus on my Manta Lab collection. So that video will hopefully be coming sooner.
Well, remember I suggested you should do your Arrow video collection.
That's true too. And I actually had a comment on one of my videos because he wanted kind of like, instead of, I did one video where I just kind of grazed across all my whole collection. and he wanted more of like actually pull out the movie so we can see what they look like. So if he wants that edition, he knows what it looks like. So I think I might start doing a series where I just focus on like I've got like the Arrow, so I'll just do an Arrow video where I'll just show every single one. I've got I got the comic book shelf. I can just show the comic book and just make those individual videos too. So I'll probably be working on that too.
But you know what? If you started a Patreon, maybe that would be something you can consider for like in depth. Like, yeah, you could show like maybe a quick little like, you know, exterior and interior, and then, you know, if you want to see a more in depth of like what's all in here, you know, then go visit my Patreon.
That could be a thing.
Yeah. You know, because then you can charge whatever you want, whether it be like $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, depending on what you're putting.
I'm kind of doing that over on TikTok. Well, I'll be honest with you, I haven't opened up TikTok in like a week, so it's going to be insane the next time I go over there, because I started that, and out of nowhere, I've started followers started popping up. People started asking me, let me see this one, and I love.
Well, yeah, because I made a comment telling you, you know what I want to see.
I know what you want to see, and I still haven't. I'm so scared to open that app right now because I know it's going to be outrageous. It's going to be insane.
Well, I mean, I view it more than say post. That's for sure. If anything, on TikTok. Yeah. I'm trying to be more active. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit harder because you don't get enough time for videos on there, in my opinion.
At some point, you're available to put like a 2 or 3 minute video up there. I don't know what justifies that, like how you get that, but I've noticed a lot of people are able to post like really long videos.
I've noticed that, yeah, and I don't know if they're paying a premium thing or what it is, because I think there is a premium you would have to pay for, possibly.
Yeah, screw that.
I haven't looked into that, but that's a possibility.
I'll make 60 seconds work as far as I can. So.
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's
like
hard.
when I don't know if you saw or not. Oh, well, you said a week, so then you maybe not have seen it. On my TikTok, I had done an impression of Cartman from South Park.
Yeah.
And it was the whole like, I would never let a woman try to kick my ass, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
From like the very first season.
Yeah. Did it get a lot of hits?
No. Well, okay. View-wise, it did well. Likes did not.
I posted a video because I have the TikTok for this, and then I have my personal TikTok that I started forever ago. I posted a video back around Christmas of this gift that my wife tried to get me. It didn't go very well. And I was like, this has got to be a video, because to me, the fact of how it ended up is better than if I would have actually gotten what she paid for.
Yeah.
And it's still getting likes, and it's like over 300,000 likes. It's the craziest video I've ever seen. Just people commenting like crazy. Most of them are all like, "Oh, you got it off of Wish" or some shit like that. But it was one of those Facebook ads during Christmas.
Yeah.
And she paid, I think, like $50 for something, and it didn't show up for Christmas. And then she started seeing videos of other people. They were like, "Hey, this is not what we ordered." And so she was like, "Hey, when this arrives, it's going to be disappointing." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's going to be the greatest thing ever." So yeah, it showed up. It was awful, and it was hilarious. I loved it so much.
It's funny. There's a guy, you might be familiar, might not be, but he calls his channel Euphoria Pictures.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Okay, well, he's based out of the UK.
Yeah.
But his fiance had bought him that, I think it's Amazon UK, where it's the entire Avengers set. Like all the Avenger movies.
Like just Avengers or the whole phase?
Like the whole series.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be the
from
one
like Iron Man and on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it makes one big ass picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his fiance bought that for him, and he was talking about how it was really expensive, and he was very excited, of course, but apparently she loved him enough to buy that damn thing.
Yeah, I remember when Best Buy was coming out with that, and that thing was nuts. I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Was it $400, $600? How much was it?
It was like 500, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was around 500. Yeah.
I remember at the time there was a guy that was posting a lot on Instagram, but I don't know where he went. I don't know if he got kicked off or just left. But he was one of those. He was one of those insider guys, and he was talking.
Okay.
He always talked about how it would never happen because it would be too much money.
Yeah.
And then it finally happened, but all everybody was bitching about was why isn't it Steelbook? And he was like, "Why are you not happy with this? Because if it was Steelbook, it would be $1,000."
Oh yeah, it would.
It was a cool box set, but I wasn't gonna buy it. I was like, "Hell no, I got what I want."
I had thought about it. I was like, do I really want to get that? Because in all honesty, I have all the movies, but I've replaced most of them with the 4K because they were all Blu-ray at one point. And the only ones I'm missing to add for 4K at least is Iron Man 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I have all the other ones on 4K, but not those 3.
Are you looking for just the Steelbook version? Do you want it all Steelbook, or you just want it in 4K?
I thought about doing Steelbook. They're all just regular. Captain Marvel's the only Digibook that I have.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Target Digibook.
I didn't like the whole 4K Steelbook series that Best Buy put out of all the original Marvels that all had like the same kind of theatrical poster cover.
Yeah, basically.
I didn't like those. I was like,
well, one of their cover arts that I didn't like was the Far From Home Spider-Man. I thought that was too cluttered.
Which one was theirs?
It was Best Buy. It was where they're literally all kind of smudged together in one fucking spot.
Was that the drawing that kind of did both front and back? Was that edition?
I'm not 100% on that. I just know that the front looks like it's a collage of all of them together.
Okay. There's so many. It's ridiculous.
It's very colorful. I think it's the only Steelbook from Best Buy.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be hard to actually like see what it looks like.
Yeah. I forget. Which one you say was the Far From Home?
Yes.
Hang on.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm looking for something as well.
It's all good.
But I can't find.
Was it that?
Yes, that's the freaking cover.
See, I was disappointed. This is the Zavi lenticular edition also.
Yeah.
I was like, why did y'all go with that art?
It's the same artwork.
It's the same artwork Best Buy had. You just get this lenticular cover.
Uh-huh.
Which makes it cool. Can't really tell it on a video.
Yeah.
I was like, man, there's been a handful when I was switching over to all these, like this one, and even the even Homecoming one that they did. The cover was just lazy.
It was lazy.
Yeah.
That's really sad. Hey,
I got
John,
this out of it's like
oh yeah,
Germany or
I've
something.
seen that. Yeah.
I've seen that. I almost thought about getting that too.
It's a Steelbook,
cool.
but it's got all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're stacked 4Ks.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like.
One side's the Blu-rays and one side's the 4Ks.
4Ks, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another.
I never understood that packaging.
But I bought that before that was released before they released all the trilogy in the United States. I bought that because I wanted them on 4K really bad. And
well, luckily 4K discs are not that easy to scratch, like say a standard.
Yeah.
You know, like if you drop a DVD, you know, all of a sudden it's scratched. But if you drop like say a Blu-ray or a 4K, it doesn't scratch so easily.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I like about them.
Yeah, floaters. Most of the time, I've never had a damaged floater in a Blu-ray. DVDs, if you get a floater, if I go someplace and I can tell if like I'm at Dollar Tree and there's a floater, I do not get it. Absolutely. Right, yeah. If it's a Blu-ray, it's a chance. There's more than likely it's going to survive because they've got some kind of coating on it that keeps. It's like anti-scratch coating.
Yeah, it's like a certain type of layer that goes onto it, I believe. Yeah. I've never looked into how they're made, those specific discs. Yeah. There's possibly a video. I just never looked it up.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there
is. And Jody, didn't you say you were thinking of getting into steelbook making too?
I would love to because there's nobody here in the U.S. doing it, is there? Not that I've found.
No, there's at least none that I know of.
And
but there are YouTube videos of U.S. people doing it.
I've seen some of those videos. I think a lot of them are they're over
trial and error.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. If I could figure it out, I think I could quit my job because and just solely do people that live in the U.S. because that a way to cut down on the overseas shipping.
That too.
I would
No.
love to be able to figure it out, but like the guy that I normally order from, he's trying a new kind of way now, where you haven't ordered any from the guy I normally order from, do you? That
No, just the other guy that you got your Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, I liked his. I was a little disappointed in the corners. Were your corners really rough?
No,
Like,
not really.
Like you could tell where the image was folded.
Yeah, like, but with mine, I don't think I was too worried, if anything. To me, I was just happy that I had it.
That's true. I think if you ordered some from Alberto, I always forget his last name. Starts with you'd have something to compare it to. He does like a printing version that it kind of has that same kind of paint smell that yours has, but he'll also, over the title, he'll do almost like a gloss paint. Or even like spots of the image, he'll add some little gloss paint. So if you turn it in the light, it looks like spot gloss.
Yeah.
But he's starting this new way that he did Liar Liar for me in this new way.
Oh, okay.
And he just kind of sent it to me because he's still trying to figure out the process.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't want to charge anybody for this process yet, so just let me know what you think. There's no smell. It feels just like a steel book.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only problem that I see with it right now that I've kind of talked to him about was the picture wasn't as crisp.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that could have been on me. That could have been the pictures I sent him weren't high def enough.
Yeah, that explains why he was telling me certain pictures he couldn't do for the crow that I wanted.
Yeah, you got to be high. It's kind of like the chick that does the slip covers. If they're not high res, it's not going to turn out good.
Yeah, like exactly. Like for her to be able to like put that display on the cardboard, whatever she's making, it has to look pristine.
Yeah.
For them, at least, to look like it's done by a professional and maybe sold in stores type of look. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't let shit get out that looks like crap. So
I was about to say she does a really good job from what you've shown.
I love her work. I've had the only problem that she comes across is nothing to do with her. It's shipping.
Mm-hmm.
She's had so many people. There's one guy in particular that I helped get movies imported from.
Yeah,
and he ordered. Oh God, I think he ordered the entire MCU from her.
Oh shit!
But it was all at one time, so she packed it all in one box. He showed me pictures of this box. It looked like somebody threw it out the truck in the middle of a rainstorm, and then stepped on it when they went to go get it. You know,
wow,
it was bad. And I've had one package like that from her that sat in customs for so long that got so hot that the images,
the humidity,
everything stuck together, and when I went to they fell apart, just the images ripped off.
Wow.
But she had to remake them and resend them, so it's costing her money.
But it's also the postal people. If they would stay on their own asses, shit like that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's not her; it's the postal people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I was telling people. I was like, well, if it showed up good, you'd love them. So.
You know, it's not your fault per se. It's fucking postal people that are not doing their work correctly.
Yeah.
You know, and then they let shit go bad.
When I had that package happen to me, you know, I was cool with her because she was like, all right, well, I'll remake them and resend them. And I was like, I'll pay for shipping again. So don't be thinking I'm asking you to spend all this money because 4 of my slip covers got damaged.
Yeah.
So I always work with her. She's really cool. But yeah, if we could get that kind of quality steelbook and that kind of quality slip covers over here in the U.S., somebody being able to do that, it would be awesome.
Maybe she could teach someone and that way she could have, you know, like a protege.
I offered.
Oh, you offered?
I totally offered. I said, listen, I will get the program. You can design it. Just send it to me and I'd get it all printed. I'd fold it. I'd glue it. I'd do all the work for any orders in the U.S.
Yes.
And we'll just come up with a price. But she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it. So maybe later, maybe if she has some more bad shipping experiences, maybe we'll talk again.
Now, was it Cocoon that you had both a custom steelbook and cover made, or was it just steelbook alone?
I had it custom made for Cocoon 2 because they made a steelbook for the first Cocoon.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, that was a Zabby release. So I had him make a custom steelbook for Cocoon Returns.
Okay. I love those movies.
Yeah, I had a custom steelbook and slipcover made for The Crow 2.
Yeah,
They've never made a steelbook for that one.
No, I mean,
they just do these people, do they provide the movie too, or do you just order in the actual book? You have to buy the movie.
Yeah, you're just getting the steelbook. Some of them will include like little photo cards, kind of like you get with like collector's editions,
like mine did with The Crow. Yeah.
But no, the movie itself's never included.
No, you're basically replacing the case that you have of what you would want to, hold your movies in.
I've never looked into it. I don't really have much interest in it. I only want to buy what's officially released.
Well, I can definitely tell you it can be pricey only because they're overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have nothing against whoever wants to do it. It's just my personal prerogative.
Oh, I get it.
Because I'm a cinephile over the collecting part of it. I'd rather just have the movie.
Yeah.
But
but I mean, like, if you have a movie that you wish that had a steelbook and never got one, and may never get one, that's where they can come and play.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried if it don't ever get a steelbook. If it gets one, I'll buy it if it's something I want, It's like but that's up to you. If that's how you want to do it, that's great.
Well, of course. I've only done one so far.
I think they're awesome. What people do, the artwork and stuff is awesome, and it's probably better than what gets released sometimes. But but
sorry for
it's kind of like, but because it's on steelbook, or even 4K, I don't even sometimes want to buy it. Like recently, I picked it up and was thinking about buying it, but I wasn't paying $30 for Last Action Hero. I mean, that movie sucks.
I love Last Action Hero. That's me though.
Yeah, when me and my friends went and seen that in the theater, we came out laughing. It's just about as bad as Blank Man from the 90s.
I love Blank Man.
Yeah.
Slap me around and call me Susan.
I'm one of those guys. If the movie's bad, to me, it's that much better. Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are bad movies that you just cannot help but enjoy.
Yeah, you just sit there and like.
I'm
watching this.
I've got a whole shelf of Mystery Science Theater. Obviously.
There you go.
I'm not that serious, but sometimes bad's bad.
Oh yeah. No, because Mystery Science Theater 3000, I used to watch.
I have it on Laserdisc.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, of course you do.
You have Mystery Science Theater on laser?
No, I do. Yeah, I have that on Laserdisc as well. The movie, not the TV show.
I remember the movie. That was funny.
And no, I have Last Action Hero on Laserdisc. I'm not sure if I might have it on Blu-ray, but I probably should buy the 4K, but I didn't want to spend $30 for it though. It's not. I'll wait till it goes on sale if I want to buy that one. And I'm not one of these person who waits to buy stuff on sale. I bought most of my collection is not on sale. I've spent
same here, honestly.
Because
but some of them I have bought on sale.
I started collecting in '98, so my collection's been a slow burn, so a lot of it's DVDs, and then in about 2007, I got 2007 or 8, I got my first Blu-ray player, and then after that, it kind of started increasing more quickly into Blu-rays, and I still buy DVDs. If that's the only way I can get a copy of something, I'll buy the DVD.
Well, yeah, if there's no choice, like there's only DVD, then yeah, you're kind of forced to buy that DVD.
Yeah.
Like I have a movie that's not on Blu-ray. It's called Monstrous, and it's basically a Sasquatch type of movie. I haven't watched it yet though, and I will give a review probably on that just because I saw the trailer to it, and it enticed me. And it looks like a straight to DVD B movie, basically. And funny enough, Terminator 1 was technically a B movie because they didn't their budget was like $6 million, right? I just watched their 10 Things You Didn't Know About T1 yesterday. So
all the facts.
Yes, so I can actually talk about it. Yes. So from what I understand, it was a small budget of $6 million, which because the studio didn't have much belief in the movie to begin with, but they liked his idea too. So they went with it, and then all of a sudden made $78 million, I think it said in the box office.
Yeah.
Like opening weekend. And so it was a success. And then the studio was like, well, put our foot in our mouth,
Yeah.
Terminator 1, that needs a 4K.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like all the other ones have gotten 4Ks, but not that one.
From what I understand, the Terminator 2 transfer is terrible.
Yeah, that's all I've heard.
Yeah. It is.
I haven't bought it.
I've watched. The Blu-ray is way better. The thing is that whoever did the mastering or whatever did not get Cameron's approval, and you can tell.
Yeah.
I can't believe they even did it, because he hadn't even let anything. I don't think the Abyss or hardly anything's been released, and
he's too busy with Avatar. He ain't got time for 4K.
No, he's already done with Avatar.
Yeah.
He done all 12 of them? Is that what's happened? Is that
I don't know about 12, but no, he's filmed them all at once.
Oh, they've all wrapped up? I thought he was still
They should be done in general, yeah. It's just about the editing and releasing them. Because he wants them to be in theaters. He doesn't want it to be a straight-to-streaming service. He wants to make that moolah.
Yeah.
I think
he probably wants it 3D, too, so.
That, too, possibly.
Yeah,
IMAX,
3D. I know some people are like really big on trying to collect the 3D Blu-rays, and actually, the first LG TV I had, it was a TV that I actually fixed. I at one time I ran like a waste transfer station, and somebody brought a TV in there one day, at LG TV that didn't work, and I was like, "Well, what's wrong with it?" And he was like, "Well, the power comes on, but then the picture doesn't come on." And I was like, "Yeah, power board's bad on it. It's easy fix." So I said, "Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll take it." And so I went to school for electronics, so I kind of knew what was wrong with it. So I took it and just bought $100 power board and had a brand new 55-inch 3D TV.
Nice.
But I just wasn't. The way I had it set up in the room, it was in my bedroom, and it didn't have a really good place to watch it. But the thing I didn't like about 3D TVs is you're just too. It's just too different. It's just too difficult to. You have to be sitting in the perfect position to get it to work.
Yeah.
You have to be like right in the center, 6 foot away from the TV, and like. Yeah. So it's just a gimmick to me. It's even a gimmick in a theater. Now I know if it's done right, like Avatar was like pretty effective. The first Avatar, I mean, it was pretty good, but I've got bad eyes, so I have to, if I wear a pair of glasses in the theater, I have to wear those glasses over top of my glasses, and it's just
I kind of have to do the same.
Yeah, it kind of ruins the effect. So
I've got a bunch of 3D Blu-rays if anybody wants to buy them.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I have Paranorman in 3D, but it has also the regular standard Blu-ray too, and DVD. Yeah.
Almost.
So it doesn't bug me if it's with it, as long as it's got the standard in there.
Yeah. When I switched everything over on my MCU to those Zabi lenticulars, almost all those were Blu-ray and 3D Blu-ray. So I got plenty of Marvel 3D movies if anybody's looking, because I don't need them.
Marvel 3D?
Yeah, I'll take out the 3D movie and put it in the 4K when I find them on sale.
Oh, there you go. Are you excited for the X-Men ones that are coming out?
I am. I've seen some images of the lenticular covers. They look cool. I kind of wish that they went with like some more creative artwork instead of just the classic theatrical poster. But I've seen some images, and like behind the lenticular, there's some embossed pictures behind that, the title and some other stuff. Yeah. So I think once they're all in, I think it's gonna make a really good looking set.
We'll have to get Dag Films up here. He's a good guy too. You guys like him. I've been doing some casts with him on another channel. So
cool.
He's real knowledgeable. He's kind of like me. He's a lot more knowledgeable than me on the films and the technical side of it. So we'll bring him on sometime.
I can try to convince Films at Home to join us for a podcast.
Get to it.
I'd like to talk to him. He's pretty interesting. I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately. It's not been coming up in my feeds, but I haven't I can't say I've been watching a ton of it though.
Yeah.
There's certain people I watch, and that's about it. But so if you don't keep up with them, they don't stay in your feeds, obviously. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the recent one he did was his entire Criterion collection.
Yeah.
Because he never really just shows off collection. He more does, reviews. If anything, that's what his channel is. It's just strictly reviews. So for him to, because someone asked him, how show us your entire Criterion collection. It was a TikTok video at first. And he said, you know what? Nobody's ever really asked me this question. So I'm actually glad someone did, because now it reminds me, hey, maybe I should do a video on it. Kind of like my 80s collection video. I had no plan of doing that. My sister was the one who gave me the idea without trying to give me the idea. Because she asked, how many do you have? And I said, well, I know I have a few, good portion. Just let me check it out. And then I was like, well, shit, I'll make a video.
I'll ask both of you guys, what is the rarest, what is the rarest steelbook you have that's an actual release steelbook, not a custom made steelbook?
A rare?
Yeah, Blu-ray or 4K.
This is going to take a minute.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm trying to think right now. Rare steelbook. I don't know if the Die Hard collection steelbook is still available.
I'll tell you what, speaking of Last Action Hero, that Blu-ray of Last Action Hero, that Zabby, that's a pretty rare one. And
Zabby will have some rare. Yeah, Best Buy will. What do I have? That's a good question.
I don't have anything that's rare. Like I say, I didn't really get into.
Well, no, it's rare when they don't sell it anymore. Like, if you have something and it says sold out or not available, it's possible you might have a rare, thing. It just depends on the company if they want to restock it or not, basically.
Hey, I didn't think this was going to be rare, but can we talk about why this steelbook is so damn expensive on eBay?
Oh my God, yes, I wanted to get that.
Why is
I got the first one. I need that one.
Why is it going for so much money? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's because
either.
Best Buy doesn't sell it anymore.
I get that, but like out of all the ones that they stopped selling, this one's going for over $100 on eBay.
I know.
I don't understand
that. It's like during the summer over here, people who buy pools now are resellers. They're not genuine people needing a pool.
Well, I got kind of recently. I got the Mantalab Fight Club.
Oh, nice!
That's
I heard
cool.
that was in talks to get a 4K.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
And I would love to see that because the HDR, possibly Dolby Vision, that would look
that's
well.
The steelbook inside of it.
Oh, nice.
These are the only unusual steelbooks I have. These are actually DVD steelbooks, but here's one.
Ooh.
This is a steelbook. This was that TV show that was on in the 2000s.
Yeah.
UFO Hunters.
I like that.
That was weird. And then I have this is a steelbook as well.
Oh yeah.
DVD.
That's cool.
We're getting that 4K soon.
What is that one?
The Dune. Yeah, I was just saying.
Dune.
We're getting that 4K steelbook soon.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for Best Buy to frickin' put it on there like they did with where is it? Donnie Darko.
I would think it's coming because they've been getting some Arrow video, as long as it's US, of course. But Amazon finally posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Best Buy should soon.
You would think so.
Possibly. Now, the one thing that I'm upset with Best Buy is that it was advertised, but then it was taken off and possibly will be sold later on in the year, which is the Willy Wonka Steelbook.
Yeah, I get so many messages about that.
Because Zabby had pre-orders, didn't they? And then
Zabby had pre-orders and they sold out. But we're supposed to get it, and it's supposed to be the same one Zabby has.
Yeah, the same exact
like
print and everything.
Yeah, I like
that's
that one.
That's not rare, but
is that
cool.
the tin can? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Does Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure count Steelbook?
The Shout Factory one?
No, the Zavi.
I think I have. Do I have that?
You have that. I think you have it because I believe I remember seeing it on your Instagram.
Dag said I don't have a lot of. I'll have a lot, but I'd say my Scarface or Saving Private Ryan. They're not rare, I don't believe.
Yeah. Scarface, yes, that would be a rarity right now if there is a Steelbook, but I don't think there was a Steelbook, but there was a special packaging that it came with at one point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have that one on Steelbook for sure. Saving Private Ryan, I have the 4K.
I have the 4K, but for Steelbook, I don't have.
That's the Scarface Steelbook I have.
Oh.
Okay.
I forget.
Nice.
This might have been a best. I don't know who put this one out.
Guys, talks amongst yourselves for a moment. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
You like Mystery Men?
Yep.
I got this. Is a
German.
That's a German release.
That's awesome. There was some kind of special release someplace. I don't know if it's a European release, but somebody was talking about it a while back and it got some kind of release. But is that it?
Yeah.
Is it 4K or something, or is it just
no, it's the artwork itself. I forget the artist's name. I started following him once I found out about this.
Is it a new transfer from the Blu-ray or?
I don't remember if I read that or not. And of course, it was an Italy thing.
Yeah.
So everything in here is definitely not English.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a GoFundMe deal. Like the artist wanted to get that as the cover.
Yeah.
And I just stumbled across it and was able to jump on the buy for it because I love that artwork. It's amazing.
That's cool. That's really nice.
Oh. Hey, we passed an hour. What?
Yeah. Yeah, about an hour and 12 minutes.
Nice.
The next time we stream, I'm going to see if I can stream over to his channel. For some reason, we're not getting a lot of views. I don't know if it's the time of day or it'll get a lot of views whenever it's uploaded, but I don't have a lot of followers right now. I only got like 80 followers. So I did a lot of advertising though, but I get a lot of views. I get a decent amount of views on my channel, but I don't know why. Usually we get a few more than this, but it's not a huge deal.
It's cool.
But if we can stream over to his channel the next time, hopefully we can get a few more viewers.
Yeah, we can try doing it to mine too. I think I crossed 100. I think I gotta start putting more videos over there on my channel.
Well, for a few videos you got a lot of followers. I've got about 40 videos and 80 followers. But the problem was I wasn't I've been on since like January, but I say I haven't been on for about a month and a half now because I wasn't tagging my videos, putting hashtags or anything on them. I just watched some basic videos about putting stuff up, but didn't get into depth about it and didn't know I had to do that. So I was pretty stupid on it. I kept saying, why the heck am I not getting any views? It don't make any sense. I know I'm not that great, but I mean, I know to get a few views. At least I want some people, tell me that I'm fat and ugly at least.
Right. You gotta get those people in there. Yeah.
Yeah. But ever since for probably about a month and a half, 2 months now, I've gained those 80 subs. So it's progressing a little bit quicker now. It's starting to snowball a little bit. So it's pretty good. Go ahead.
All mine pretty much just came from the Instagram, from what I could tell. There's a few that have jumped on since I started that TikTok page. But yeah, if I could get everybody on Instagram to come over, we'd have like 3,000 something people. That'd be awesome. But
yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I've got about 1,500 on there, but none of them hardly You can get a lot of, I get a lot of likes. I'll
Yeah.
post stuff up there, post my videos, links to my videos up there, and get like a ton of likes, but nobody goes over to the channel and watches the videos. Not
Right.
many. It's getting a little bit better now. People are starting to do it, but yeah, Instagram engagement's terrible. Like, I think a lot of people just blindly like stuff. I think they just go down the list of stuff and or just hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
heart on them.
Oh,
I don't think they even look what they're liking.
You're muted.
Can't hear you.
You're muted.
Yeah.
You're muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're still talking.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
There you go.
There
Yeah.
I am.
There
Yeah.
you are. How you doing?
Okay, so sorry. I know I started talking and forgot I was muted. I did that because if I was going to the bathroom, I didn't want you guys hearing me go into the bathroom.
That would have been
Anyway.
great.
Anyway, no, I grabbed a stack of steel books from my collection because I don't have a big collection of steel books, so it was easy to kind of pick out. I wanted to mention like the Wonder Woman 84 is a really good steel book, even though I know the movie wasn't that greatly accepted. But I really enjoy the artwork in this.
Yeah, I thought the artwork on that one turned out really good.
I really liked that one. I mean, that I would say it turned out really good.
Now, the thing about that movie, it's pretty bad. The writing's bad, but they tried to do what they did with Captain Marvel. They tried to make, I think what they tried to do and failed. They tried to make an 80s movie. They tried to make it
what helped
like an
the
80s
first
movie.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's where
they
they
succeeded with Captain Marvel. That's the thing about Captain Marvel. It felt like it was a movie made in the 90s.
Yeah.
The way it looked. But they failed with they failed with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because Wonder Woman, looking at the 80s theme, didn't even feel 80s. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't capture that 80s vibe. And I think what they messed up on is the people who wrote the movie. Because, no joke, Snyder had a hand in writing the first Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So, with Patty's vision of directing worked out with his writing. You know, so if he would have, like, say, stuck with 84, he could have definitely brought it to more life. And it's not saying that Zack Snyder's like a genius or anything like that, because he's a hit and miss with his movies for me. Like, I didn't care for 300. I'm not a big fan of Watchmen.
Oh crap! Watchmen's like probably one of the best to me. One of the best comic book movies ever made.
I may have to rewatch it, but I did not.
Nope. Have you seen the extended director's cut?
Yes, I have.
The ultimate cut's what it's called. See, I've read the graphic novel and the everything, and it's like it's coming off the page to me. You know, it's the way it's shot, the way everything looks. You know,
and then I also got. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the Titans of Cult.
That's it.
No, this one's the first Wonder Woman movie.
Was that the Titans of Cult edition, or is that just the? That's the Best Buy version. Okay, yeah. The Titans.
I love this one
kind of thing.
Didn't they have a different version on Steelbook? I didn't buy either one of the.
They have like 3, I think.
Yeah.
Is that 4K or Blu-ray?
4K.
It'd be 4K, yeah.
Okay, never mind. No, they had a Blu-ray Steelbook that came out, and I passed on it because I wanted it 4K. I wanted the movie in 4K.
There's like 3 different 4K ones actually for Steelbooks.
Okay.
Yeah, Best Buy
it's weird.
Right,
and then, of course,
84 came out. That one turned out good.
I love this Steelbook. I love the artwork. Yes, the way the sleeve. Awesome. Oh my god!
I was gonna pass on that. I really was.
You were.
I was. I had.
I was.
Because I had this edition with that artwork.
Oh, okay.
And I've always loved that artwork. And so the picture of that new 4K, I just wasn't getting. I was like, okay, I'm really not getting that. But I had a follower on Instagram that lives overseas, and they don't get that one. So I bought.
Oh yeah.
I ended up getting her one to ship to her, and but it had a loose disc as I was packing it. One of the discs came loose.
Aw.
And so I was like, "Hey, do you want me to go get you another one?" She's like, "Yes, please." So I ended up keeping it and opening it. And I was like, "Oh crap, this thing's actually awesome."
Yeah. Okay, so next in here is the recent Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
Yep. I love this. I love this because it just becomes.
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea.
I like that idea. Now with the new steelbooks that are coming, are you excited for theirs, or are you kind of mixed emotion on their artwork?
Which ones are we talking?
The new Mortal Kombat, the 2021 steelbooks.
I like the Best Buy one that's coming, but then that recent Amazon UK that I posted about,
yeah,
I really like that artwork.
I do. I like that one better.
And I've got it coming, so I'm just going to sit back and compare. So,
did you pre-order the Transformers 4K? The movie?
No. Oh, yes. I ended up getting that on Amazon. Yeah.
I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Hopefully I still can. I
got it through Shout Factory.
Yeah.
I have the
Shout
DVD.
Factory's doing the poster and everything with it. I didn't need all that, so
I never do that, so I figured why not?
They do great posters. I got a lot of posters from them that I need to frame. I got one for the Wizard. I want to frame that one. I got the poster that came with what was that latest one they just did? Crap, I don't remember.
Jody, maybe you know if this has a lenticular, but this was also a Best Buy, but it probably does.
Ooh, probably.
Mad Max Fury Road.
If it doesn't,
because there's the indents in here, like if a lenticular would go there.
I just like the frame. I like that in Bo's framing in general. If you put that,
this is one of my favorite steelbooks too.
Yeah, I forget which one.
Don't you have it? I thought you did. I could have sworn I possibly saw a picture.
I've got the version that came with the color and the chrome edition.
Oh, is it 4K or Blu-ray though?
I believe just Blu-ray.
Just Blu-ray. Okay.
Just Blu-ray. Yeah. I didn't upgrade to because I really like this cover, and I like the fact you get both of them in here.
Is there a movie that you wouldn't mind having multiple copies of just to have the artwork too?
Are we talking about Joker? Because I own way too many of those.
Well, I wasn't talking Joker, but yeah, because Joker.
I have the Joker.
Yeah, I have Joker. I got to admit, when I first watched it in the theater, because I saw it in the theater, I was not impressed at that moment for watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
I had to watch it a few times to really now like it, basically. Because now I like it.
My first viewing of it left me unsettled. And I think that's why I liked it.
Okay.
It left me with a lot to be like, what did I just watch?
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, I've got so many editions of that. I've still got one coming once Cinemuseum releases theirs.
Well, the reason what made me ask is because a guy that I watch on YouTube, he calls his channel Durant Cinema, where he does Blu-ray hunting once a week, but it's mainly for steelbooks, of course, because he loves the steelbooks. And he's got multiple copies of John Wick.
Oh yeah, there's plenty out there.
Well, no, I mean like of different artwork, different slipcovers, different like if it comes out, he'll get it, kind of thing. And he does pretty good impressions too, because he'll do that. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back, line.
Yeah, I used to be if a movie got an upgrade of a steelbook, I would get rid of the old one as long as I liked the newer one better. But now,
but I'm talking about actually having multiple without needing to sell the other kind of thing. Like you'll like the other one no matter what.
That's kind of where I'm at now. I've stopped selling off the old one unless I just really don't like it. Kind of like the Speed 4K. I love that steelbook, so I'm getting rid of my old Speed Blu-ray because it's kind of boring to me.
Oh,
there are
okay.
There are plenty that I've got duplicates of, but Joker's probably the worst. I've got way too many.
I heard something. It's about Joker, that Joker may have not been a Joker movie to begin with. They may have made it into a Joker movie. It may have been written as not a Joker movie and then been
Maybe to begin with, yes. Like
Yeah.
you were just saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were probably trying to think of a storyline, and that storyline happened to fit with a Joker story.
Yeah.
I can see that.
and they
And that makes
transformed,
sense
which
because
was
Martin
good.
Scorsese was meant to direct it at first, but then
Yeah.
stepped down. I don't know what happened with that because I was
Yeah.
kind of anxious to see how Martin Scorsese would do with something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm anxious
Really
to see
was.
where they're going with part 2. I don't.
Yeah, I think that one you'll probably start seeing more of him a development with Batman, if anything possible.
Which Batman though? A new Batman?
That's the big question. I'm thinking it's the Robert Pattinson.
Well, but we got the Bruce scene in Batman. He's a little kid.
Exactly,
So
and Robert
they're-
Pattinson, his age could fit into that
Kinda.
gap.
So we're like Joker 2's like so many years in advance.
hmm
I guess so.
Possible.
I'm anxious to see where this Pattinson Batman universe goes.
Possibly. We don't know if it's going to be that, though.
I'm definitely
I
anxious
don't-
to see what they do with the Riddler. That excites me.
Oh, I know. I'm actually excited to see this new Batman movie. I am actually excited from watching the trailer. I was like, this one might be one of the darker ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And instead of saying, I'm Batman, it was, I'm Vengeance.
Yeah.
I loved that. I was like, finally, someone who broke the fucking curse.
Yeah, we need another trailer for that movie soon, so I can get some more.
It was supposed to be out already. You realize that, right?
Oh, I know. That's why I'm even more mad we haven't got another trailer, because they obviously can make another trailer. If the movie was
So
supposed to be out,
sad.
but
Are you getting the Space Jam 2 Steelbook? I did. I pre-ordered it, and Howard the Duck.
Is there a Howard the Duck Steelbook?
Yes, Howard the
Yeah.
Duck 4K Steelbook.
No,
Yes.
4K.
Really?
There's
Best Buy.
There's 2 older Howard the Duck steelbooks on Blu-ray.
I've seen one of them, and I think one of them was FYE, right?
Yeah, there was an FYE, there was a Zavvi, and now there's this new 4K that you can get anywhere now. Best Buy's got it.
I'll probably buy that. I'm not a huge fan of the movie, but it's iconic enough to buy.
I was about to
from
say
the
it's
80s.
classic. You can't mess with classic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of the ones
I liked it as a kid. You know,
Well,
it
speaking
was,
of classics,
that was a good addition. I liked that they did the board.
I love this Steelbook.
Yeah.
Love
the original?
Steelbook.
or is that the?
Yeah, Best Buy. Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one.
I love it because it's exactly the board game's, look, logo, and everything. And that's what I love about it, is that it replicated the board game rather than, say, poster.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it.
I like when they take some chances. I know it's not up to Best Buy, but the studios. I like when the studios take some chances with steelbooks and don't just throw the theatrical poster up on it.
Well, and you were just
Yeah.
saying this one earlier.
Yeah, I've got a shit ton of copies of Goonies too.
Yeah,
So that
was
would be a movie you probably wouldn't mind having multiple copies of them.
I've got multiple copies. The Cinemuseum, their box set's coming soon.
Show the
I've
back of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got a
I
few.
bought-
Yeah, I got
bought
that.
this.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got that one and put the steelbook in it because it fits in there good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I bought this, and then I think a couple of days later, I received the steelbook and forgot all about ordering the steelbook from Best Buy. So I've got both.
It's
So I was like, well-
slips in there. It
What was
slips
that
in there
again, though?
perfect.
Show it to the camera, John.
It's
cool.
the 4K special edition they
Oh,
released.
the Amazon exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of pop culture, they're going live right now.
No,
I got on the 4K steelbook edition. Well, actually, I got that Zavvi slipcover edition,
Oh, nice.
and then I put that steelbook in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
But I had that.
Oh, nice.
I used to have that big ass box.
Yeah.
I used to have that, man. I wish I wouldn't have sold that.
Now
But I
you
had
regret
that-
selling it? Yeah, because that could have been a one-of-a-kind gem.
I had that slipcover girl make
Yep.
this
Ooh,
slipcover
hit my
Oh,
desk.
for the old.
That's
That-
pretty nice.
that's pretty, though.
Oh.
That should be something inside of the store. Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
That's the old
Yeah.
Zabby steelbook.
That
That's
Zabby,
nice.
wow. They did a
nice.
good job on that. I like that.
Yeah, it's got the embossed framing, the titles embossed. It was a good addition.
Wow, I got Godzilla, the first one, 2014.
I like
Yeah.
what they did with that artwork. I thought that turned out good.
I got it in a protector right now, so.
Right.
But yeah, no, this is one of my favorite steelbooks, actually. I like the artwork to it. And then I also got Ghost in the Shell.
I like that one. That one
Yes.
turned out good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. I really enjoy this one.
That was a great transfer too.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
yes
really
it
good-
was. Yes it was.
That's a transfer worth buying as far as animated movies. Sometimes animated movies don't really, unless they're done really well, they don't really transfer up because the quality kind of feels like they stay the same throughout DVD to the next
Yeah.
process. But that one right there was just like it was just a step above the others.
And then this gem right here.
Now, do you have the Kira 4K that they screwed up on?
I don't, but this
Yeah, I
is
have
another
it.
favorite right here. Miss Elvira, Mistress of the Dark from Arrow. It's got a 4K restoration scan.
Is that a steel book?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because I just have the regular Elvira that got released. I don't have the Arrow.
I have both versions actually. I have the regular one that they did last year, and then
Did
the
Shout
one they
do
put
the
out
other?
this year.
Did Shout do
What?
the other one?
No, it was Arrow.
I have it, but I can't remember who done it.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I don't
Arrow
have-
Video did both.
Did they do both? Okay, yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember what I've got. I got too much stuff. Yeah.
I try to remember what I have. Sometimes I go through my collection. I'm like, I forgot I had that.
I,
know,
all
I,
the time.
I even use the app on my phone, the CLZ app, and I'll still forget what I have. I sometimes I have a lot of stuff that I have not scanned. Like I did a bunch of batch scanning at one time when I first put all my collection in, and I missed stuff. And I rarely don't rebuy stuff, but sometimes I'll rebuy something that's a duplicate, and I'm like, damn it, I already had. I'll go back through, and I was like, I already have this.
The only time I'll ever
Yeah.
do like a multiple buy on a say single title is if I believe it's going to be worth having, because there are certain titles that I don't mind not having, if I don't feel I need it, kind of thing. Like there are certain steelbooks that are now pretty much out of print and away and are being charged very highly, which I don't like when people do that. But yeah, it's just, I mean, because I thought about upgrading all my stuff to steelbook, but financially it's a pain in the ass.
I seen where Jody got the backdraft. I bought that also, and it was like $20. So I was like on that all day long.
Oh yeah, for that price,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jody, I'm looking at
Ron Howard.
the Crow steelbook right now, and I'm actually not seeing any so much flaws like we were talking about earlier with the paper
With the
bend or
corners?
whatever.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty good.
he does. I mean, don't get me wrong, it turned out great. But yeah, like just for some reason, and I had a buddy order one too. I forget what he got.
I
But
love this
it-
back.
Yeah, that's cool. I wish I could have found you the Zabby one for a good price.
I
I
know.
tried. That was a old ass UK exclusive release.
You know what I should do? I should do something that this guy called Uncaged Games does, where he buys everything Mortal Kombat, but he has to get a certain amount of likes to be able to get it.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe I should start something like that, but everything the Crow.
There you go. There you go.
That'd be awesome. I don't know if anybody would support that or
Yeah.
care. I don't know
I
who would be
wish
that much of a
I,
fan.
I wish I could get that. I run into some people on YouTube sometimes that have an ungodly amount of followers, like thousands and thousands of followers, and I'd be like, "Gee, how do they achieve that?" I mean, I know some people's been on there a long time, but I'll find people that's like got. I ran into this guy that has like 14,000 followers, and he's like, and he it looked like, but his videos, he had like these videos where he was reading along with like children's books.
Okay.
And like he had movie stuff on there too. He's like a movie collector, but he also these and the read alongs had 200,000 views.
Damn.
I was like, I barely trying to scrape 100 views for my video, my Dollar Tree yesterday. You know.
I trust me. I think we all feel that struggle. Like, it's funny because when I did my interview with Awkward Ashley on her reaction channel and stuff, of course, she was still brand new to it. And a year later, she just hit 70,000 fucking subscribers.
Yeah.
And a year later, I'm barely over 400.
Yeah. I don't know what the.
I will tell you this crazy story. There's that guy mentioned earlier, Hills versus Babyface. Now they're basically pop culture people, and he does some. I think he started out kind of streaming, video game streaming and stuff like that. Well, he's one of these people that's got 200,000 or 300,000 followers. There was this girl that she just does like gardening videos, and she started like following him. I guess she was talking to him, and so he started mentioning her site on there, and she does like usually 5 or 6 minute videos on like gardening, and just like it's vlog, straight up vlog. There's not a lot put into her stuff. It's just vlogging. Now she's got 30,000 followers.
So we need to be hitting up these people, is what you're saying. We need to find.
I know.
No, you need to be a cute girl. You need to be a cute girl.
Yeah. I gotta find. I need some of those in the background the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what's sad?
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've ever said this like out loud live. For being a straight guy, I was never really one with the ladies. I'm not gonna lie. I was never a swab. I was never one of those kind of guys. Now, have I had my share? Yes, I will say that has happened. Yeah. But what baffles me, and I mean baffles me to death, I attract more gay men than straight women. I mean, no joke. And it's sad because I'm like, how am I hot to you, but I'm not hot to you? You know? You know? It's like, what do you see that she doesn't see, you know?
I think you might be going to the wrong bars. Are you?
No, I don't even go to bars. I mean, I have a girlfriend. Don't get me wrong. I have a girlfriend now. We've been together. We're on our 8th year right now of being together. So
nice.
I am proud that I did meet someone that I'm able to have a life with. I am proud of that. So I'm just talking like from back then, you know, like being middle school, high school and up, basically before I met her, that I wasn't a ladies' man. Not a pretty boy, no, nothing like that. I'm not big, bulky, toned or anything. And I try to be as real and raw as I can be without being offensive and being inappropriate or a jerk or whatever it may be.
Right.
But yet I attract a gay man that just goes, ew, I like you. And I'm like, why?
Right.
And yet I ask a girl, hey, you like me? And she goes, you're repulsive.
You make a good friend.
Who do I believe, you know?
Yeah. Well, it makes you sick at some of these. I mean, there's these TikTok. Have you know much about TikTok? You know all about.
I know enough, if anything.
Oh, excuse me. Not TikTok. Well, TikTok as well, but like Twitch streamers. You know much about
I'm
Twitch?
not a big Twitch person.
Well, I don't even go on Twitch. But some of these other people I follow, they follow him like It's a Gundam and stuff, and he's always on there about Twitch. They call them Twitch thoughts. They're these girls on Twitch.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about gaming. They just basically dress scantily clad, and they make millions of dollars, you know, or they make maybe not millions of dollars, but hundreds. Some of them do. Some of them make millions of dollars, but now what
just
Twitch
for
has
like
done,
sounding like a ditz giving advice on a game that they never play.
Yeah, Yeah. They got guys that give them money. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some
And
guys like
just
go
because you look
crazy.
hot, I'm gonna pay you.
And they got nice setups too. Like, I don't do gaming, but they'll have multiple screens, the chairs, the microphones.
I don't know if you're familiar with the band called Falling in Reverse, but the singer Ronnie Radke, he's kind of got that setup to where his screen is completely like the background of whatever he's playing or whatever he's showing in general, and he's just sitting at his desk or even standing up in general. But it's all in one area, but it looks professional, it looks nice, it looks, cool. But at least with him, he's actually playing the games.
Right.
Yeah.
These girls are just going, ew, Fortnite. That's really sad.
Yeah, well, yeah, they there was this one girl, and the thing is like they the girls get away with basically anything they want to for the most part. And they might if they go over the line and show stuff they're not supposed to, they might get a 3-day suspension, but if a guy does it or says the wrong words, they might get a month suspension or longer.
Yeah.
Like they had there was a girl who completely, to clarify, they have Twitch started a new thing that's evidently you can go, they have it's called a lounge, I believe. And you can go into the lounge area and you don't have to play games. They basically started it for these girls for the most part, but it's a different setup. You don't have to be playing games. So what they do now is hot tub streams where they literally are in hot tubs and wearing bikinis. And this one girl one night, she just exposed herself, completely exposed herself. And she got like a 3-day suspension for it. That's it. No, like exposed her.
Oh, down below.
Like, yeah.
I'm not
That's a no.
Yeah.
I just got a hot tub, and I think I found my new thing I'm going to do. I need to
hot tub interviews.
I need to do hot tub interviews.
So the wage disparity is not a thing when it comes to the internet, for sure.
Well, it's funny because the first girl that I had on my channel that I interviewed was Riley Nixon, who is an actual adult film star. Like when she was doing her Instagram lives for a while, she would call it bathtub time because she was always in her bathtub. And but she would wear a swimsuit. She wasn't revealing, so it wasn't one of those kind of like where it was raunchy or anything like that. It was just her having a conversation while in the bathtub kind of thing. And I was like, that's kind of a cool concept, because you could do that with like a hot tub. Kevin Hart did that, so to speak, with being in those ice tubs with athletes and celebrities too.
Yeah.
Similar.
Well, I mean, if you're doing it, if you're doing it like a porn type thing, it's fine, but these channels are not meant to be porn, like Twitch isn't meant to be a porn provider, if that's what you do, but if you can make money, there's nothing better than, that's capitalism.
Well,
no,
but I mean, like, people are able to stream pay-per-view fights for other people to not have to pay for it, and they can still get away with it. That's the funny part.
Yeah, I got another story about that.
So they could do that with porn.
Yeah.
I think it's called OnlyFans, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, OnlyFans, you would still have to pay.
Yeah. Yeah, OnlyFans is pretty out of control too, because a lot of these girls have, they have Twitch, and then they've started OnlyFans,
It's like, oh, what do you do
make
for
money.
A living? I show my body.
Yep.
There was some,
there was not doing a year.
Yeah, there's a girl that a woman that I followed, not a girl, she's a woman that I followed for a long time. I didn't know she had an OnlyFans page, but she was always scantily clad on like Instagram. But then I found out later on somebody did a video about her and how she had got her kids kicked out of their school because the people at school had found out she was doing.
So because they found out she was doing something. I see what you're saying.
But she was like a MILF one. She was doing MILF OnlyFans, but she was making like $200,000 or $300,000 a month.
Oh my god!
Yeah, for $200,000 or $300,000 a month, I would get. I wouldn't care if my kids got kicked out of they can go to public school or something.
Right.
They I find another school they can go to, a private school. You know.
Military school, they'll have no contact.
But it's horrible what these people are do. But
could you imagine the
make
sergeant
money
being
how
in
you
your face?
can,
I hear you got a thing for your mama. Something like that. No, sir.
But, But yeah, it's just it's a crazy world we live in. I guess we got off the topic of physical media a little bit, but that's all right.
No, it's all good. I was actually bringing it back
culture.
up right now.
It's pop culture. I like pop culture stuff too, though. So
the Breakfast Club Best Buy exclusive Steelbook right here. Now, do I wish it was the one that had the Criterion disc? Yes, because I have the Criterion and it looks way better than this guy. But I don't want to get rid of the Criterion case.
Yeah,
because then I feel like I just threw away a movie for no reason. Because that's a backup if you really think about it.
The new Fast Time Criterion looked pretty good. That's excellent.
I haven't watched it, and I haven't seen any reviews for it yet.
Yeah.
So I haven't decided if I wanted to get it because I heard it is going to get a physical 4K.
Yeah.
And then,
I don't know if Criterion's going to go 4K or not. I believe
they will. It just depends on the type of title they want to go with.
I'm sure they will, but it's just I'd say they're holding off because just the marketplace isn't really the mainstream marketplace isn't still great deal 4K yet. It's still DVD really. Your vast majority are buying DVDs still.
It'd be fun to have on 4K Ace Ventura.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to watch in 4K.
Aren't they trying to make a third one?
I heard that it was in the works. I just don't know if Jim Carrey is really up for it because he's never won for sequels, apparently. Like, yes, he's done them, but he's only done them when he thought that there was something special with it.
Yeah.
Now, when he did When Nature Calls, I know it wasn't like, say, a massive hit, but I enjoyed it. I still loved it.
Yeah.
It was still wacky humor. It was still Ace Ventura, just in a different setting.
Yeah.
But not everybody saw it that way.
I thought I overheard they were at least at the writing stages, I think.
That stages?
The writing stages of part 3.
Okay. Well, and I've been hearing that about Beetlejuice too.
Oh yeah, for decades.
Yeah. Well, no, and here's the thing is that when you go to IMDb, you'll see that Tim Burton is attached to the name.
Oh yeah, they all want to do it. I just don't think they can come up with a good enough story.
Well, the story they had, they can't even do anymore because it's so many years. Because there was a sequel that was in the works before, and it was Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian or something like that. Like literally.
Yeah.
And because one of the guys that I watch on YouTube, he calls himself, you might know the name, Minty Comedic Arts.
I've heard it.
Okay. Well, he's Australian, and he always gives the 10 things you didn't know about films, basically.
Right.
And one of them happened to be that. So he talked about how, the sequel was supposed to be this weird story about Hawaii having a cousin who was more rambunctious than him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and he had to stop him.
It sounds awful.
Yeah, but Winona Ryder was still going to be the woman, regardless, that he would have to talk to.
Oh.
So they were going to keep her, and with the sequel, they're wanting to do it. It's just getting the right story to go with it.
Yeah.
And I can understand that because you don't want it to be a fucking flop, But even if it's the greatest, some people just say no because they feel like they have to say no.
Well, so much time has passed. I'm starting to get tired of them trying to resurrect classic 80s movies just to get another film out in the theaters.
Well, here's the 4K Steelbook.
Yeah, that turned out good. I got the one with the slipcover from Zappy.
Oh, the 4K looks so good on that.
I bet.
You haven't watched it yet?
I haven't watched the 4K version, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you should. It's the best blending of colors ever.
Oh, I bet.
Like the blacks actually match with the blacks. Like it's not as say noticeable anymore when the special effects kind of thing.
Yeah.
Looks a lot better. Like, I'm actually anxious to get the Shout Factory of Coraline that's coming later.
Oh yeah, I got that version.
Oh, what's
That's a cool
Oh,
version.
nice.
Yeah.
That's from Amazon,
Now,
I believe.
I might be wrong. I might have the steel book of this and not the Goonies. I can't remember. One of the two I ordered double of. I can't. I'll have to look over here.
The steelbook
Yeah.
fits in that box perfectly too.
Yeah. This box as well.
Yeah, I do that too much. I like a nice slipcover on my steelbooks.
Well, that covers all my steel books that I thought that had the best covers.
Like my shelf up here. I don't know if you can see back here far enough,
Yeah.
but it's split up. I only have about 150 or so steel books, but up on the top, I put the regular 4Ks up here because of the weight. I didn't want all the steelbook weight on the very top of the shelf
Yeah.
because it's not a full shelf up here. So I put the Blu-rays on the steelbooks, on these shelves down here. These are the 4Ks, and then there's another roll of regular 4Ks down here. So it's kind of weird, but I didn't want the steelbooks on the top shelf in case the shelf got bumped. I didn't want them to all come crashing down.
This question goes to both of you.
Yeah.
Time Bandits.
Yeah. What about it? I
Yes.
have it on Criterion.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, I got the arrow.
But I don't have the slipcover. I'm a little disappointed on that part, but I do have it.
Is that steelbook right there?
Yeah,
No.
it's the Arrow,
Is it?
Arrow Video Edition.
Oh, really?
Arrow
Wow.
did that?
Arrow did that.
Wow.
one.
No way. I didn't know about that one.
It was it's UK only, so it's a region B, but they did it.
Wow. Have you thought about replacing Criterion with it?
Maybe. I have not dove into Criterion.
Well, no, Criterion has some good classics. They
I
have
know.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. That turned out really good for restoration.
I know they got great editions, but I'm scared if I start buying them, I'm gonna dive in hard. And these
Well,
shelves are-
I don't
these
think
shelves
so
are getting
because
full, man.
unless you're trying to get into older movies, I don't see it being too big of a problem.
I don't know. I got a problem with once I start something I want to finish. It's like the Arrow thing. I didn't expect to have this many Arrow video releases. And
Well, I heard Children of the Corn is getting a 4K.
it's getting out of hand.
Well, it was funny because Geek Gab, who originally posted it, said that I think it was Night of the Living Dead or maybe Children of the Corn. It could have been one or the other. That where I had reposted that he had said that it was coming out to 4K, and Films at Home had just bought in like the Arrow release or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he commented on my sit and said, "Well, shit."
I do that all the time.
Have a 4K.
No, I do
Well,
that
I like
too.
the-
Like, oh
I'd-
my
I'd
god,
like to
I
have
bought the DVD to The Saint, and then all of a sudden I see that it's coming to Blu-ray, and I was like, "Son of a!"
I like to have a nice steelbook of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Now I have the
Yes,
the
that
awesome.
would be a good one.
I obviously have the Criterion, which has got the Steadman art, but they need to have a really awesome Ralph Steadman steelbook.
Well, I heard it's in talks now, and another one that I heard is also in talks, and it's just trying to get its approvals. Is the first Child's Play movie?
Yeah,
that'd be a fun
that'd be
one.
cool. Yeah,
Next year, Poltergeist comes out.
4K for sure. That definitely needs to be in 4K.
I'm anticipating Twister.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one
I
I'm
think
really anticipating because I just recently watched the Blu-ray not long ago, and of course it looks better than the DVD. But with the 4K, I wonder how much of that whole realism it could bring to it with their, remastering.
Yeah.
I thought I had a steelbook for Fear and Loathing, but I've got the limited edition Arrow slipcover. It's not a steelbook, but I really like that artwork.
I didn't buy that one. That looks really nice though.
Did you guys get the Shout Factory King Kong 1976?
Yeah.
I didn't order it, and I should have, because I was like, who's going to have that? Walmart. So I'm just going to wait for them to have it. And now every edition I found at Walmart and Best Buy, the slipcover's jacked up. So I haven't bought it yet.
Really?
Well, hey, if you want, because I think they sell it at my location, I can grab you a copy.
if it's got a decent slipcover, but yeah, every time I look, there's always like a bend or a tear.
I'll double check before just going down there, just because my app will tell me if it's in stock or not. Because the last time I went down, it was there.
Do you work at Walmart too, or just
No. I work at Big Lots. It's just I go to Best Buy to buy my movies a lot.
Oh, okay. Your location, your Best Buy location. I see.
Yeah,
okay. I see what you're saying.
I do go to Walmart, but it's not a lot. I think the only ones that I bought from Walmart recently was Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. and Raya the Last Dragon.
I still haven't
from Disney.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I haven't watched them yet, but my girlfriend and my son have seen both already. So, yeah, I got to watch them now and see if I like them or not. I did not care for the live action Aladdin.
No, I'm not a big Disney fan. I hate to say it.
I love Disney. I just don't think that Aladdin needed it.
Yeah. I don't like none of these live action. And
it's nothing against Will Smith because I like Will Smith.
Although I did just recently go see Cruella, and it was actually pretty good.
I've heard more positive on that than any Disney movie that's been out lately.
It was pretty good. I mean, the storyline they went with really worked, and they're getting really good at CGI dogs.
Okay, I'll have to definitely check that out then.
There was some scene like and transitioning from real dog to CGI dog.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that looks good.
Yeah. But, basically. Have you seen The Lady and the Tramp live action?
No, I didn't watch it.
I did.
Who did that?
I don't know who did it, but it was Disney Plus who
really,
of course, put it on.
Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus. I got rid of it after they fired Gina Carano. So if you might know what.
Oh, from the Mandarin issue? Not the Mandarin. The
Mandalorian
issue.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it for me.
I honestly don't see that as a reason to cancel something just because of one thing. Because everything else, you've grown up with, you love regardless of issues.
Regardless. I do, because they've completely screwed the Star Wars movies up. They're going to screw the MCU up. They're already doing it. It's the MCU now, so it's not. They've screwed the comic book industry up. They're putting out crap in the comic book. So,
well, who do you think does a better job, MCU or DCU?
Neither one do a good job now.
But if you had to pick one over the other,
MCU definitely.
Okay,
but it was better before Disney got a hold of it. It's went downhill since Disney because they ultimately culminated in Captain Marvel.
Well, and you know what? Not only that, but I can somewhat agree with you on that because Disney's not one to do like say rated R films.
Not complete. They didn't completely go downhill. I mean, obviously Guardians of the Galaxy and some of that stuff.
Yeah, but they get to say words like shit and bitch. Big deal.
Yeah, Ragnarok was good. Some people don't like Ragnarok. I liked Ragnarok.
I liked it. I didn't think I was going to, but I ended up liking it.
Well, I liked Ragnarok because it's no, I'm not no super comic book. I know a little bit about the comics, not a lot. I'm a normie when it comes to the comic books. Still, I don't claim to be an expert, but
I'm not an expert.
But the Ragnarok story is kind of taken from some actual comics, so it's pretty good. I mean, I know a lot of it's supposed to be
when Infinity War came out. That I thought was more accurate to a lot of the comic books that they had because if you're at least familiar with it and not like say a professional comic book reader, you would understand like how they incorporated all the comics into like say one story because it was like they were taking multiple comic books and just kind of composing it into one movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you understood the concept of it, at least you knew that's where it came from.
Yeah, they just I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
I'm anxious to see how much Disney actually lets Deadpool 3 do.
I heard they're getting an R rating.
That's what I heard. But
because it's still Fox in a way, it's just Disney owns Fox.
Yeah. So
because from what I understand, they're going to try to separate it to where Fox is Fox still, but Disney, of course, is Disney.
Yeah, but aren't they wanting to eventually bring in X-Men to the MCU? So
yeah,
and of course, I mean, at least I gotta say, according to, you read a bunch of Ryan Reynolds tweets and texts and all that good stuff. Deadpool's coming to the MCU too. So how are you going to have a rated R Deadpool blend with what we know as the MCU?
I got a good question for you. Do you think Ryan Reynolds is overrated?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think he is.
He's still. I mean, it's the same shtick, so I can get it.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like his sense of humor. It's just more of, I would like to see him do something serious instead of something just slapstick.
Yeah, it's been a while since he did something like, I think what was Buried, the last movie?
Yeah, Buried. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to see him do something serious.
That was almost written for him, Deadpool.
Like, example,
Obviously.
Adam Sandler did a movie called Reign Over Me.
Yeah.
And oh my God, he impressed me so much on that movie.
That was a great movie.
Great movie. Sad movie, but great movie. And he impressed the shit out of me with that movie because he cried. He showed the emotion. He was shut off from everybody. He only trusted one person, somebody he knew from years ago.
Yeah.
And brought that self-confidence back in him. I loved that. Such a great movie. Like, and that's what I would like to see from a lot of comedians. Like Robin Williams, a lot of people, most of his fans just thought, improv, spontaneous, da 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 da. But whenever he did something serious, they're like, dude, I don't like you when you're serious. And it's like, well, hello, how do you accept things in life if you can't take it serious?
Yeah.
So that's why I like Mork and Mindy a lot, because even the shows that they did with that, the messages still stay true today.
Yeah.
Like when he talks to Orson at the end. I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Next with like Boy Meets World. I love Law and Order SVU. That's another favorite show. I've seen every episode too. Over 20 years worth, I've seen every episode.
Wow, that's dedication, man.
Well, it's not so much the dedication. It was more of before it got too late to catch up kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was able to, do it all in time to where I could stay up with it.
There's no new show that I'm hooked on, like not like main TV. All the streaming series is out.
Well, I use Hulu for Law and Order.
Yeah, but there's nothing on TV nowadays that I'm hooked to. But you give me, I'll sign into Pluto or Sling. You can give me Quantum.
Are you a fan of the show Supernatural?
Yes, I'm a fan, but I am so far behind.
I've seen every episode.
I think, how many seasons did they finally get to?
15.
15. So if I had to guess, I've probably seen all up till 7 or 8.
That's my son. My son was the same way. He stopped at 7, 8-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just kind of, life happened. I just kind of forgot about the show, or other shows came in.
Well, if you have Netflix, it's on there.
Oh yeah, and I thought about buying the box set because that box set.
So have I. I've thought about getting it too because I really would like to actually own it.
I'm hoping it's going to be one of those surprise deals for Amazon around Christmas.
I hope if I can convince my boys from Pop Culture Corner to help me out here, if they could possibly help me get Mark Pellegrino, who played Lucifer on the show, to join us on a live stream.
That'd be cool.
Awesome.
Just to, kind of pick his brain a little bit about the show and past projects he's done.
We're over 2 hours, so
Ooh.
What do you?
By like 5 minutes.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could go on forever. It's all on you guys.
It's whatever. I don't have to be anywhere.
Yeah.
But if y'all want to save some stuff for next time, it's whatever. Man.
Yeah, we can start wrapping it up a little bit if you want to. We can.
Well, it's like I said, it's up to you guys. I don't mind either way.
Yeah, I just think we don't have a lot of people watching here, so
But you know what? That's how it is when you do live
I
streams.
guess.
too.
I mean, I have a counter up here, and it's not really done a lot. So I want to talk to you guys after we go off live. Just stay on your
Yeah.
camera. I can turn the live off here in a minute. I
Okay.
want to talk to you guys for a few minutes before we get off here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
Thanks
just
to everybody
whatever you
who
guys
did
wanna do.
watch.
Yeah,
for real.
We had some interaction there. I appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it.
thanks,
We got to
everybody.
figure out how to, I guess, expand it a little bit more
Yeah.
and like say to his audience, my audience, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
That's what I want to talk to you guys about after we get off here.
okay, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Well, everybody who's joined, thanks
Yeah.
for hanging out with us, John, Jody, Charlie, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah. Talk to you later.